Hello, hello, hello. Today is February 20th, 2024. And I woke up today, you know, having my day all planned out for me. Wake up, go clean some houses, then go take my girlfriend to the car rental agency store, what are those things called? I don't know. But take her there and then come back, do some homework, and then do this and then go to the gym and then go to work and then come home and go to bed. So, perfectly laid out for me, right? And so I was thinking, well, today's journal will probably just be kind of like a recap of my day, talk about, just sticking to business, keeping your head down, and really just, grinding, essentially, because grinding is important. Um, but how arrogant was I to assume that that was going to happen? So let me cut to the chase. Turns out around 9:30, I'm kind of like halfway done the first house. I get a text, and it's from a number that I don't have saved. And at first, it kind of just looked like an advertisement. I don't know if you guys get spam messages, but I do. Um, I don't know if that exposes me or in any way. Hope not. But so I received the text, and then I'm reading it, and then I click on it, and turns out I'd texted this person before, and I had completely forgot about a meeting I set up with this person. Who's kind of a connection that I have. I was just going to talk to them about my resume and potential internships and all that. I never met them before, and I'm trying to establish this connection. So I really dropped the ball. Completely forgot, and what was so upsetting is that this is kind of unlike me. Sorry, this lighting is terrible. I apologize, but it was really unlike me to forget about things like this. I'm punctual all the time, unless there's something legitimately out of my control that just makes things go wrong, and I don't really forget about important things. But today I did, and I just got very disappointed in myself, and I this is probably like one of the better connections that I've made so far, in terms of career things, but kind of dropped the ball. And I respond saying I'm sorry, yada yada. There's not really a whole lot I can do to like restructure my day or my schedule. Like, I'm far away from where we were supposed to meet. There's just not a whole lot I can do. And they responded at first, and I could tell that I think they were a little frustrated with what had just happened, but eventually just we decided, hey, these things happen. We'll meet on Zoom at another time. And so while that was nice, it's still just like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm angry with myself or sad with myself, but really the case in point here is that you gotta learn from mistakes. One of the kind of core principles of what I do on a day to day is try to learn from things that have happened so that they can either happen again or not happen anymore. And I let me just step aside from this for a second and say, like, I'm really not trying to say anything profound. These are a journal. This is I'm not proclaiming to be to be right in any way, right? Like, look at my bedroom right now. It's kind of a disaster. I'm not the arbitrator of truth, but I can hope to relay some things that have worked for me, and it's just to be hyper aware of the mistakes that you've made in order to prevent them from happening again, or it's to be hyper aware from, I guess, habits or decisions or things you've done generally that have worked out for you, so that you can, apply them to different situations in order for them to work. I think that's a really helpful thing that we kind of lose in modern times, potentially, just because it's so fast paced and there's not a whole lot of time to reflect. You have to move on to the next thing, and then it's the next day, and then you can fall into cycles of bad habits and these sorts of things. And the key for me is I can't beat myself up about it. This is a big mistake. It's one of the biggest mistakes I've made since I've started journaling, I believe, if not the biggest one. And I've been journaling for 3 months, give or take. So this is it's a big deal. But I'm not gonna put myself into anguish about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be miserable. I can't do that. It's only gonna make things worse, and it's probably gonna lead to me making a mistake of similar magnitude later on. So that's really just my 2 cents about it. I don't know. Life feels pretty hard right now. There's lots of things to keep track of, and I will admit, like, as I've gotten a bit older, not that I'm old or anything like this, but as I've gotten older, I have become a bit more forgetful in some senses, and whether it's like things people say to me, or for example, if I'm at work and things to do, I don't know, I think I need to work on slowing down a bit in order to not forget important meetings that I've set up. So I guess that's another aspect of this whole thing, is to slow down when you have the opportunity and just think about things. I don't know. I'm just a huge believer in all of this stuff, right? And I've been finding out things about, and I need to get this off my chest, this part. I've been finding things out about people that used to be in my life and some of the decisions that they're currently making. And it just kind of gives me reassurance that I've distanced myself from these people. And I'll keep it to that. I don't need to go into details. Just know that these decisions aren't the greatest. Like, so I think you can kind of see your success even if it's not even through yourself. Or maybe success is the wrong word. Progress, potentially. Right? Like, if it's something you're concerned about, if progress / success / whatever, something in this realm, if you're interested in that sort of thing, I don't think it's the worst idea to compare yourself to others, or compare trajectories. I don't know. There's a lot to be said about a topic like this. And, I don't think we should ever call ourselves perfect. It's not what I'm attempting to do. But, yeah. That was kind of fast-paced. If you have any thoughts, please let me know. I don't really know what the future of these journals are. I really would like for the journals just to be sort of a space where people can come to talk about their days and things like this. I just want to be a helper. I want to make a positive impact. And there are people that have commented things that they're pretty adamant that I can never make a positive impact. So that definitely keeps me going. And yeah, I don't know. It's also a documentary about, things I learned throughout life. I don't know how long they'll keep going. It's just, now I'm rambling. It's Tuesday, so it's early in the week, and that's another aspect. you know, your life isn't going to be defined by one day and even 1 week or 1 year, right? Like, I've got plenty of time to turn this week around. And on the grand scheme of things, I can still have a good week. And that's also quite important, I believe, to think about things like this and sort of, what's the word? There's definitely a word that I'm searching for right now, but sort of just like take the edge off in a way and realize that there's more to the story than just one bad Tuesday, one bad February 20th. So, yeah, I'll probably leave it at that. Hope you're having a better day than I have, and if you're not, then I hope anything I said can help. Yeah, peace and love.